Hello, my hosts, and welcome to another Kerbal Space Program stream. And I started slightly late because of a whole lot of technical difficulties, but we're here now. So we shall get ourselves started. Ah, yep, a little bit later because of technical problems starting up. And even now I'm waiting on the game to load. But that means we can bit of time. Just watching that. All right. And come on, you can do it. Ah, yeah. Did quite a lot of testing last night. And some of that testing resulted in the problems that we had this later on. But now we can start. Okay. That go. Into the game proper. All right. Were the tests fruitful? I'd say I learnt some things, which is what you want from a test. Even when a test fails, the lessons learnt are what is important. Well, that's what I believe anyway. Now, we have a probe to send. So if we go over here, go all the way to Eve. All right. We've got taxi here, which is the ship we're going to be using. Fly. Now, let's go to the map. Oops, that's not the button. Why have I? Oh, there it goes. Okay. Now here, let's go down by 70. Gets us. Gets us within 100. Okay, could go a bit lower than that. Ah. Also see Stellaris soft light. Yeah. Hey, just gonna look up again. Eve, top of atmosphere is 96 meters. So we've got to drop below 96, then back up above it. Okay. Like that. Directly after it. Go back. Alright, let's call that eavesdrop. Point ourselves towards maneuver. Might have to do some fine tuning later on. Alright. Fast forward there. Okay. Go down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. That's good. I'm going to point ourselves normal for a second. Undock. Point ourselves retrograde. Burn. What the? Oh, it's... Okay. It's being silly again. I meant to go prograde. That's concerning. Okay. Good. At least that's safe. We switch over to this. Let's get controls working. All right. just got to pick up the... Alright, switch that on. Surface. Retrograde. There we go. Ah. The object is to get this probe onto the planet. Are we pointing in the right direction is the next question. Control from there. Okay, good. Eve is a purple Venus. Yes, it is. And there it is there. One of the problems... Okay, couple that. The atmosphere is very thick. Even all the way out here. True. I mean, the only purplish gas I can think on is xeon when it's being excited. There it goes. We're gonna do the bounce off thing, or it's gonna drop down fast enough. We might need 2 orbits. I hate when that happens. Especially since I don't have a power cell on this now. Giant neon sign, yeah. Could be. When's the next? Okay. Gives us another hour. So, 90. There we go. I believe because it's very small and Earth similar. I think that's what motivated them to get there. Now, noticing the problem is we probably should have had a wider heat shield here, so this bit wouldn't get cooked. There it goes. Once again, into the compression heating. I think I've mentioned this multiple times, but all of this isn't from friction. It's from the fact that we are compressing air in front of us, and that's producing the heat. Also didn't know how quick Venus' atmosphere and thought it could be inhabited. Yeah. I remember sort of that era science fiction thinking that Venus might have an ocean. Right. And this Venus has an ocean, which is cool, and it's what we're aiming for. I mean, it might just not of water. Yeah, it would have to be some sort of metal if it was to have an ocean. But I think they're pretty much established that it doesn't by this point. Or sulfuric acid, I think it might... I might think you get liquid sulfuric acid in Venus at some point, which is pretty nasty. Seas are salty. Yum yum. Pick a number from 1,000 to 10,000. Tau times 100. Here we goes. Alright. Yeah. You can see the periapsis height is now negative, which means that we are going to land. I like how well, I did give you a number that was in that range. Tau, by the way, is 2 times pi. There it goes. Now we are dropping below that. Drop it to 420. Ah, the classics. Okay, what's our environment? Highlands. Okay, I'm not going to deploy anything. Hopefully we can jettison the heat shield. I might have to... kind of difficult to aim for anything in an orbital return. Are we plunging directly down? Yes, we are. Wonder if we can... Whoa! get some vertical velocity somehow. Not like that. Okay, that gives us horizontal speed. Flying low. Okay, let's... There. It's built to land on water. Yeah. That sounds fairly typical. What have we... Still haven't found ourselves. I do like the fact that we're sort of like a glider. Yeah. Through the clouds. Come on. What have we got? Do that, then that, just in case. Later ones reach the ground, they're melted soon after. Yeah, I think we've got a thermometer on here, so that should tell us how hot the place is. I can't get ourselves to a water. We'll revert this and try a different entry profile. Okay, there we go. Hold on. Can we see anything aquatic-like that we could navigate to? Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay. That's why we made a save. Let's catch. Probably these are alphabetically ordered rather than ordered by any sane thing. Okay. It's got to be year, at least after year 18. Not 20. I'm trying to remember what we called it. Numbering them like catalogs. Yeah. There's 20. I think it was just this quick save here. Let's load this one up. Yes, it was. Okay. Oh, that was even before the... that point. Okay. Walk there. Point of sales retrograde. Okay. Perhaps it's height. That's mount. Okay. Let's burn. Let's take it down to 60. Okay. Point ourselves normal. Undock. Point ourselves prograde. Are we gonna damage stuff? Oops. Almost damaged the solar panels. That was a little concerning. Get you above 100. Okay. Have a stretch. Sounds like very good advice. Let's do that right now. All good. Jump over to the other ship. Let's go. Let's save this one as well. Eve, drop. With splashdown. Since we have RCS fuel aboard, we can make use of that. All right. There. Retrograde, thank you. still above highlands, which is concerning. Alright, and this time we set it to a much deeper angle. So perhaps that will get us in a better position. Worst comes to worst, I'm going to disable the clouds. Yes. Ah. At least this one does a single orbit re-entry. Uh-huh. See ourselves slow down. Still getting the highlands, which is concerning. Alright. Listen that. Tilt up further. Oh, not like that. Ah! Still getting nice horizontal speed. Doesn't matter. Ah! Yeah. We are gaining speed though, which is... What do we got here? More highlands, I see. Okay. Let's go load save. Ah! Actually got that one. Eavesdrop with splashdown. Load you up. What we gotta do? Now what are you? Parallax, that's scattering objects. Where's the thing that adds the extra... vessel view. Okay. Just gonna try and remember. Maybe it is part of parallax. Nope. Hold on. Settings. UI. Nope, that's not part of it. That's kind of neat. We wonder how to switch off the clouds. Oh, we'll try it the next time. This time what I'm going to try, switch on that. On ourselves radial out. Actually, no. On ourselves normal. Can I go like that? Hopefully that's changed our orbit somewhat. Like, I know that spot there has ocean on it. So actually I should be going in that way. All right. A little bit of acceleration there. Apparently we're over impact ejector at the moment. But that's not really that important. Okay. We'll see how this turns out then. Switch that off. Surface. Retrograde. Still Highlands. Okay. Leave anyway. That was very... yeah. Oops. Settings. There's no mod settings here? Nope. Okay. Don't tell me I have to remove the mod to get that out of there. Ah. Well, we'll try again with some more burning of the RCS. Ah, there it is. Kerbal. Clouds Manager. How do I switch to... That's weird. Okay. All right, let's load that up. And we try again. Actually, that's points. It's not make much difference. What does that say first? Finish a rendezvous. Oh, okay. Here it goes. Well, at least we're going to be re-entering at a significantly different place. This time, you know that there's at least some ocean down there. But you probably specking things out as well. Oh, just make sure that this hasn't... Nope, this is still down pretty low. Good. Okay. Okay, we're into a polar orbit this time. I'm hoping that it's going to be a lot better for us. Oh, still highlands. Damn it. I might just live with this and work on a different way to solve the problem. Perhaps by launching a glider. So once it does the re-entry, we float out the wings and we can control where we fly. All right. Now we've got our re-entry going. I'm going to let this one go all the way. After we land, we'll just send back data. That should be worth it anyway. Alright. Still got the highlands. Even though I thought we had a radically different... Yeah. We might be lucky. Check. 96k. Cool. What the... Ah! Heat shield. Do the flying thing again? I guess we can. Uh, just a pity that we're not seeing anything but lowlands. Hold on, I'm going to switch that to there. Okay, we're flying low. What do we got? I think we need to put those there. See what? Yeah. Okay. I'm a little scared about crashing into the ground. So let's that. Oh, we can actually. Okay. Now, should I drop the battery pack? I think we'll drop the battery pack once we've safely down. Continuing to see nothing in the way of water. All highlands. All right. There's the split things. Bubbles. Okay. Let's rock that. Hear a crash soon. Down below 3Ks. Eh, It's funny that we're leaning in an odd direction. Did I see thunder? I think I saw thunder. Eh, How are we for power as well? plenty of power. Ah, that's that thing. We can do that. Ah, light of lightning. Yeah. That was the other bit of the ship. Now, hopefully the service bay is going to protect us. I guess they're sort of bubble creatures because they're all floating. Uh, yeah. We have sort of plant life down here as well. But absolutely, yeah. I found it's weird that it translates stuff in English. Okay, we're going to touch down for a very soft landing. Which means I'm going to have to speed us up again. Yeah, I meant to say Venus jellyfish. But he used the word for things from Venus versus instead of ah Venusian jellyfish. Yeah. All right. Just let this tick down. We're going to have to set up a rescue trip and perhaps a resupply trip as well. So I do want to get this whole quest finished. We've done everything but splash down in the oceans of Eve. But we'll get the transmit or recover scientific data from the surface of Eve very shortly. Yeah, that's a huge wave. I think it's less wave and more uh, mountains. Need about, hold on, What speed were we? 2 times. Oops. While we are here, I think it's probably time for me to do some stretches. This ticks down. All right. All right, let's get back. And here we come. All right. There it goes. Just a second. Just going to pause the game. Just want to make sure about something. All right. Sorry about that. I smelled a bit of smoke, but it's coming from outside. It's probably one of our neighbours using a wood-fired stove. Okay. Ah. All good to check that, exactly. Switch off hyper time there. Allow ourselves to drift down to the surface. Gonna send up. I think I'm gonna send 3 ships over here. 2 refueling ships and a third with 1 more probe, which will hopefully get the solution to our splashdown problem. Do you like the scenery though? The scenery is good. Okay, let's just calm down. The last few meters. I'm actually going to switch on stability assistance, just in case it tips over. Because that is something that can happen. Alright. Big, beautiful balloon. Up. Goes. And touchdown. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty likely, in fact. Observe the mystery goo. Transmit. Contract is fulfilled. Okay, do I have a thermometer here? Yes, I do. Also, Venus flight. Yeah. Log temperature. It means very cold and hot enough to boil water. Transmit that. It is 370k. Log pressure data. Transmit that one back. Okay. Let's return to the Space Center. Oh, we've got a whole lot of science accumulated. That's neat. Experimental science, I guess. We've almost finished the entire science tree. Now, alarm clock. Let's add a new alarm for Kerbal to Eve. That's due in a year's time. Ah, oh, ah, crazy emissions. Yeah. Did we delete a mission? Somehow we lost a mission out of this. Okay, you... Let's go here for a second. I'll set you up for a new mission. Just for... Oh. Those ones don't need anything. That's weird. Okay. Something weird and time travel-y happened, which I'm not sure what that was. There's nothing super interesting there. Still got to do that. So we still got to do that. Okay. Well. Let's... open up this. Load that one up. And we're going to send 3 of these up. All in series. Okay. It's going to be rather routine, I suspect. Unless I've made a fundamental mistake about these ships and haven't corrected them. A lot of delta V on these things once they get out of the atmosphere, which is kind of neat. Okay. Go. Deploy. And burn. God. It's a very pretty fairing separation. Yeah, it was. Hey. Ship 1 is successfully in orbit. All right. We've got 2 more to go. Oh, okay, we can cover that. Apparently we left debris behind. That was interesting. Oh, it's probably just those things. Basically launching a what you call them? A constellation of these refueling ships. There it goes. I'm amazed it hasn't given us any further June emissions. There we go. Separation. And goes. Yeah. Nothing for us to do on June, perhaps. Or maybe you haven't built up enough trust and unlocked the right things for it to consider that we are worthy of Juna. Here goes, another fairing separation. Also interested. There's its sister ship up there, just ahead. I guess below the horizon. That's okay. Very rarely actually see any other vessels. Okay, there we goes. And the last one. So the first two are going to be used for refueling the ship that's currently in orbit. And the third one is going to be used to transport another probe. Have I gone and broken things? Okay, that's what I thought it was. Yeah. How much money do we have? Our income's going fine. Cool. Hold on. What's the difference between these two? Oh, they look exactly the same. Okay. Launch you. One last of these refueling ships. Then we'll start on, we'll check in on the orbiter. And then think about a new design. All right. Here goes. Brilliant looking. Have a look at the ship as it glides off now. Stage separation. Very nice. Goes up into orbit. See that those ones returning there. Little Fraction flight. Actually, we've got enough technology that we could start building aircraft as well. Do things like visit the North Pole. Last of the fairing deploys, at least. Alrighty. Uh-huh. Okay, little bit of a circulation burn. We are all set. Good thing is, the Eve atmosphere is pretty thick. So anything with an angle of attack should fly. There we goes. Cover that, get the money back for it. Uh, that's the contract I was looking for. Okay, get that one. Hey, there. Hello, taxi. Okay. In a good at planes. Let's just make sure you're doing your research. Yes, you are doing research. Good. And you have science. That is fine. Can we level up the crew? Yes. Cool. Also neat. Okay, let's go back. Space Center. And let's get designing. Hello, anything. Good to see you. a stretch. Good advice. Do that. Ah. Well, it's fortunate that you caught it then. Let's get back to my... there. Yes, we are going to Eve. We've attempted one splash landing and we weren't able to get where we wanted to go. So this time... what I'm thinking is we have a glider which is going to glide around Eve and hopefully land on the place we want. Aerodynamics. Oh, we also got to plan the return as well. But this ship won't return. But we will return the ship. Yeah, this is going to be sort of like a pure probe. That's the idea at least. But we can fill this with science instruments. And also close it off. Like that. This adapter, yeah, it's off lift. Okay, you don't need fuel. Okay, that's handy. What we'll do... we will go... aerodynamics. Big wing like that. Couple of air brakes. Why aren't they? Oops. slow us down. There. Then, control surfaces. Aerions. I don't know why they always connect in such a weird direction. There we go. Okay, then we want control pitch and roll. Sleep. Problem is, let's use smaller wings. We want this to be able to fold up neatly. Take that off. Have this wing like why aren't you like that? We get a hinge gear. Small one. Okay. Rest well. Looks huge and unaerodynamic. Okay, size. Okay. Move this up. Okay. Good. Place. Forward, like that. Move. Is it select not? have that come up like that, and then the other one fold down. Sort of TIE fighter style, I guess. Alright. Take that off there. I'm trying to get it. Okay. Guess we can have it attached like that. Zero. Okay. So it's upside down. Neat. We have our wing. Attach. Not the smaller size. There. Actually, we need slightly bigger than that. Where is... That's the correct orientation, I guess. Oh no, there's the ones I want. And move. Okay. Right. Shove those on the ends. There we go. See you soon. I just want to check. Okay, that doesn't quite go the way I want. Actually, like that. And then... like that. That gives it a compact storage form. Okay, you... stick on the end here. What the... Okay. Double check that doesn't contain anything storage-wise. Nope. All right. Now open you up. Things we're going to stick in here. Is a battery. Double solar panels on the top. What else can we stick in there? Oh, science instruments, of course. Like that. Thermometer. One of them. Welcome back. Barometer. And mystery goo. Alrighty. Okay. Close you up. Actually open you up again. Let's stick on robotics. Crawler. Right. Open editor. Action groups. Okay. Target angle for that one. And target angle for that one. Alright. These ones here. Time 0. I want your value to be 180. At time that one. I want you to be 90. I don't actually want you at 180 here. I probably actually want you... I'll probably want you here at 0. Yeah. Alright. And we edit this bit here. This time... Actually, hold on. Switch into building mode for a second. Oh, it's gonna be... Oh? It didn't store those things? That's a pain. What's the angle of this thing? Okay, so start that off at 180. Sorry. Value 180 at time 0. And same here. Then play to the end. These two. That one goes 90. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Okay. So now when we play it, that folds out. Perfect. Alright, how do I make sure that that doesn't go away? Just close that. Close that. Gonna need a wing at the back for stability. What do we got? Structural wind D's. Basic fin. Switch you around. You're actually facing the correct way. Yep, okay. That you don't control pitch, don't control roll, just control your okay, good. Now, if we open that, switch this on for a second. Like that. Run it in flight sim mode. Yeah. How is it going to survive re-entry? I have plans for that. Set you to Eve. Alright. Fine, let's bring this in. Close that up. Now, I'm going to change that front nose cone. There we go. Couplets, aerodynamics, structural. Once we find the right adapter, yep. Okay. Actually, that's probably best to go like that. That is how I intend to have it survive re-entry. Yeah. If that's the case, hold on. Is that... Also, we need something on the back here. Uh-huh. Because that's going to be... where we stick docking port, which for some reason came on backwards. What is it? Oh, that's the right way. Okay, cool. But I also realised we're going to need... What's that? Good. Want that. Some there. Some there. Some there, and some there. Shove in here. Bit of RCS. Now, can that fit inside? Yes, it can. But I am also looking at the time. I'm going to call this one Eve Glider and work on constructing the launch vessel for it. Yep, that's the idea. But that we'll be doing that on Saturday. Let's get back to my main room. Thank you everybody for joining me as I played Kerbal Space Program. Tomorrow we will be doing some programming, so I hope you can join me for that. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all later. Bye bye!